Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about two statements actually, by the United States Speaker of the House. And I just want to say before we even get started, this isn't a joke. This chain of events actually occurred, and we're just going to go through the two statements, and y'all can think about it however you would like. Okay, so if you've missed the news, the Republican Party for quite some time has been saying we're going to release all the footage from January 6th to show that it's all just not true. It's being overhyped. It was a tourist visit and all of this stuff, right? This is the Speaker of the House. We have to blur some of the faces of persons who participated in the events of that day because we don't want them to be retaliated against or to be charged by the Department of Justice, he said, DOJ. And to have other, concerns and problems. I mean, if that is a concern, I'm going to suggest just off top that maybe it wasn't just a tourist visit. Maybe there was more to it. Just saying. As soon as that statement went out, there was a lot of predictable backlash from people saying, you're hiding evidence from DOJ? I mean, that seems bad. So, a statement then came out that said, faces are to be blurred from public viewing room footage to prevent all forms of retaliation against private citizens from any non-governmental actors. The Department of Justice already has access to raw footage from January 6th. That's true. That's true. We saw a lot of it, right? DOJ released sections of it to put it out there to help identify people because they couldn't do it. I feel like part of the problem the Republican Party is facing here is that the whole promise to release the footage was an effort to amp up a conspiracy theory. The whole thing was about playing into this idea that what those of us who watched it live saw didn't actually happen, and that there was more to it than that, and that it was all a setup or whatever. They fed into this because it would tell people, well, hey, it wasn't really our people who did it. It was other people. It wasn't supporters of the Republican Party. It wasn't Trump's people. It was these other people. It was never actually supposed to be released. It was like all of the other stuff that the Republican Party promises its base. But those who really believe in the conspiracy theories have put so much pressure on them that they felt like they had to. Let's be clear. There have been a number of people who were at January 6th who then ran for office. What party did they run under? The theory that this footage is being released to, quote, back up is going to be undermined by the footage. Blurring out the faces will help stop the public from identifying people. That's really what it's about. And the funny part about this is that it is going to lead to a follow-on theory, because those people who believe the conspiracy theory are then going to come out and say, you know what, those people who were okay with blurring the faces, they're in on it. They're trying to hide and conceal the identities of those people who weren't our people. That's where it's going to go, mark my words. It's probably a really good idea for the Republican Party to just acknowledge that, yes, the people carrying the Trump banners were, in fact, Trump's people. The people who were there and then ran for public office as Republicans are, in fact, Republicans. It would cut down on a whole lot of issues if they would just do that. But it is better to continue to feed misconceptions held among their base, because that confusion makes them easier to manipulate. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.